there's all these shifts that happen, and all different, and all wonderful.
Okay, right over here.
Nils from Norway.
Nils the sweater fame, yes.
Before having your child, have you, or did you dream about having children, or did it just happen? Or?
Not really. It wasn't a big thing for me. I wasn't like compelled to want to have children, and I was also not, friends would have kids and be like, hey, that's nice. Not like, oh, what a beautiful. I wasn't that kind of person. And then, so my wife and I said, okay, let's try. And
so it wasn't an accident. You actually planned it?
No, we planned, and I'm 50 now, so I'm not the youngest on the spring chicken anymore. But it's like changed everything, and it's one of the things that it's not about having. Oh, I wish I would have done it earlier, because I've only been married to Desiree 7 years, and actually 10 years. Maybe we could have done it a few years earlier, but not really not that much earlier. So, and we're going to try for another one too. So we'll get two, so that we would fight, terrorism. Great.
Okay, right back here on the left.
Hi, Kyle. Anna from B92. You first in the recent television history, you achieved great success as doing a duo on Sex and the City, and now you play Orson in Desperate Housewives. How does it feel working with so many women all the time for so many years? Has it changed you as a person? It's one person.
It has been mind-blowing. I know things now about women that I never. No,
like what?
Like tell me. It's been like the greatest thing in the world. I mean, all the women I've worked with. I feel like I'm going to sing a song for all the girls. Extraordinary, talented, beautiful, funny, great people. And it's just kind of, sheer dumb luck that I've ended up on these programs that have been, driven by these female casts. I loved working on Sex and the City. I really enjoyed that. I loved working in New York City. I loved working with Kristen. I liked the character. But I loved Trey McDougal. I didn't love Trey McDougal. There was some funny stuff about him. Orson, I'm having a much more fun time with. I think the palette that I can use to paint that character is more expansive. And there's a chance to have some comedy in there that I control, that Marcia and I control together when we do. Trey was kind of a joke in and of who he was, which is fine. That was fun. But with Orson, we can play with the comedy a little bit and use it, and not be just at the mercy of it. And I enjoy that.
Okay, there's a question in the back here on the right.
Monte, Belgian Press. In a 2002 interview, you were asked whether there was any chance of you working with David Lynch again in the future, because it had been a while, and then you said, David is waiting for me to get a little older. You're exactly 7 years older, so my question remains, is there any chance of you working with David Lynch again in the near future?
I asked him, he said, now I'm waiting for you to get younger. So
How do you intend to get younger?
We don't have any immediate plans. We are good friends. We don't live far from each other, actually, in Los Angeles, to the point where I can actually just kind of go out my house, drive down about 100 yards, and drive into his driveway. He's right there. We're neighbors. And David, his focus is more and more on his meditation now, and developing meditation centers. I don't know if you knew that, but he's into transcendental meditation. He is very much focused on developing centers where people can come and learn how to meditate. He's still creating, and he's still painting and doing music and everything that he does, but we haven't really discussed making a film for a long time. We sort of joke about it, what about doing this? And I had a crazy idea about bringing Twin Peaks to the internet again, like doing like little 4-minute, 5-minute episodes on the internet. But it's so many different owners of it, and it's just an overwhelming
several film actors who's made the move toward television. What is the appeal for film actors, would you say, to move into that medium?
Work. The availability of work. It's two or three things. That is sort of a half-truth. I mean, it's a half joke, half a jest, half true. That there's much more work, I think, available right now. Much more interesting work in television. I don't know, I mean, I go to movies infrequently now. More often than not, I'm disappointed. Maybe there'll be 3 movies a year that I think are maybe really worthwhile. Within, it's not all movies, including foreign film, but from what I see, 3 are good. With television, you have all these different cable networks and opportunities and shows that are specifically made for smaller audiences, which I think if you're a creator and you have a passion about something that is interesting, but certainly not for everyone. It used to be that had no life. There was nowhere that could go. But now you have these little niche programs, and I think it's going to even become more like that. That you can really do this fantastic work, smaller audience. People will find you. I'm just waiting for what's going to happen now on the internet when you start doing internet-driven shows, and when that becomes, more of the norm than unusual right now.
Okay, who's got the mic over here?
Hi Kyle, Simon from the UK. Has turning 50 affected you in any way, or made you take stock of things?
It's much more difficult to get out of the chair right now. Turning 50 is, and I'm not exactly sure how it starts to surround you, but you begin to feel like, the ride doesn't go on forever. When you're 40, you don't think in terms of the end of this, that there is an end. And at 50, and there's a combination that's having my son too, because suddenly there's this age gap and this difference. He's 10 months, I'm 50. What will I be when he's 70 or 20? It's like, I plan on being a youthful and, exuberant 70-year-old, but you realize that there is, concretely, you realize that there is a sequence, there's a natural order, and that I will pass and he will continue. And that, having my birth of my son has brought that home to me.
Do you want more children?
Yes. We're going to go again. It's sort of like getting on the ride. We're going to get back on the ride and we're going to go again.
Okay, back here.
Hi, Frederick from Belgium. How do you explain that you have played so many weird characters in your career? And what do you have in common with Orson?
Well, I'm a dentist. And it started when I was 3. No, it started with David, really. Dune was